Looks easy.
Scramble. And what a scramble she turned out to be. Sailboarding is one of the country's fastest growing sports, and they turned out in droves in the chase for the cash. $1,000 for the first fella across the finish line, $1,000 for the first girl across the finish line, and $1,000 for the wildest fancy dress of the day. High on the hill of Sydney's northernmost beach sits the famous Barrenjoey Lighthouse. It peers out over a sandy peninsula, the surf of Palm Beach on the east, the beautiful waters of Pittwater to the west. And it's here to Pittwater that they've come this afternoon. 250 competitors and hundreds more spectators to cheer them on to race for ready cash in the Coca-Cola Triple M Sailboard Scramble. Like a multicoloured horde of butterflies about to take flight, they lie on the sand as the sailboarders rig up in readiness for the action. The cameras click merrily as the fancy dress brigade fluff their finery. Wide World of Sports' Darryl Eastlake compared the fashion parade.
How hard is it going to be to sail in this thing?
It's, the only problem is that I can't lift my legs, so when I sprint up the beach, I'm going to have to pull my habit up a little bit. When I climb onto the board, I don't know how I'm going to do that, but I'll see how it goes.
I would imagine, Mr. Octopus, that this is going to be a pretty difficult thing to sort of sail in.
Yeah, if it takes up water, I think I'm going to drown.
I mean, is it difficult to sail with two of you up?
Yeah. Sure as hell is. We've got to jibe around the buoys, and it takes about 200 yards to jibe it, so we'll most probably tack it and take everyone with us.
My dentist will be thrilled.
I was just about to say, you must have a very, very, very clever dentist.
Well, all the money's cost me. I'm determined to get some of it back.
Just answer me one question. How are you going to sail holding onto your fin?
It's going to be fun.
Well, here's an unusual combination. This is a very light-hearted lady you have here.
Oh, yes, she is a wonderful person.
I know you're very attached to her at this moment, but how are you going to sail being that close?
In a very comfortable position.
Now, what's going to happen when you're standing on your board and the board that's standing on you get caught up in the wind?
It'll be okay, I think.
Well, it's a bit of trouble. Well, as you can see, we've got all sorts of characters. The army's come into this, and now we've got Mr. Octopus in. We've lost our sailboard. The slime is there. That gives you some idea what's happening out here this crazy day of sailboarding in fancy dress.
OK, there are some of the funsters we're going to chase around Pittwater, but first, here's the course they're going to take. First, it'll be a Le Mans-style start, and by that I mean they'll run down to the beach to their boards, pick them up, and it's every man and woman for themselves. There are no rules, no restrictions, although they do bar explosives and deadly weapons. They'll sail a downward slalom around the 8 marks, hit the beach, then run 500 metres, first over the line getting the $1,000 in cash. First in the water, Chris Miller, one of our Wide World of Sports cameramen covering the action. And as they line up, take a look at slippery Doug McGain there, sneaking a start on his rivals by getting into the water already, hiding under his sail. And here we go. Look out. Stand back. They're racing. The bun fight on the beach is over. The Armada is on its way. The butterflies have taken flight. With a southeaster blowing, they skim over one of Sydney's true stretches of sailing paradise. And the leader around the first mark, Paul Ivshenko. They almost need a traffic cop at that first mark as they jockey to stay with the leading bunch. A kaleidoscope of colour, a confetti of sail on a Sydney Sunday afternoon. To be a wide world of sports cameraman, you need two things. First, you got to have talent, and second, you got to be a little crazy, like Roger Buckingham, out there almost getting mown down by the field. The competitors lets off a flare for fun. Whoops! It turns into a distress signal as over he goes. One thing about a sailboard scramble, it never gets lonely. Ask our Roger Buckingham down there in the water. He's got plenty of company. Remember Doug McGain, who sneaked that lead off them by crouching under his sail off the beach? Well, as they round the second mark, Slippery Doug has grabbed the lead. Can he win it? There's still 6 marks to go. Then a 500-metre sprint along the beach on beautiful Pittwater. And we'll be back in a moment to see who takes out the big cash prizes in today's no-holds-barred sailboard scramble right here on Wide World of Sports. North of Sydney, they're approaching the third mark in today's big sailboard scramble. And it's still Slippery Doug McGain leading the pack. But he'll want to be good to win it because, like a shark on a mackerel, closing fast is Australia's Olympic representative at Los Angeles, Greg Hyde. Luke Hargraves is lying third, and the man who's closing fast is Lockie Gilbert in the clown jester's fancy dress. Lockie, the man with the monstrous 9 metre sail. So what are they made of, these sails? Dacron and Mylar. Mylar being a space-age material formulated in the United States Space Research Program. Luke Hargraves is giving his a real pump. And here's the leader of the ladies' division, Jessica Crisp. Meanwhile, back at the ranch, the Cowboys and the Indians just can't get it together. It looks like Pitt Street at peak hour, Flinders Street station during the Friday night rush. Down goes the pink sail of early race leader Paul Ivshenko. Down goes an opponent too. A not-so-playful gust and the Pirates get closer to Davy Jones' locker. Then, this delightful duo make the transition from sea nymphs to mermaids in one hasty splash. While the leaders get down to the serious business, Daryl Eastlake and Triple M's two resident bimbos, DJs Johnny and Dano, watch the funsters putting a smile on their sails as they laugh their way around Pittwater. Ever had a girlfriend you couldn't shake? The Cats of Australia have made their choice. Come on, Tom. Come on, Tom. Here's that guy again getting right into the habit. Just when you thought it's safe to go sailboarding again. And how about the Pirates, yo-ho-hoing the afternoon away? Long John Silver, go pickle your parrot. Although, hang on a minute, John Wayne, where are you when we need you most? Those 9 big metres of sail have Lockie Gilbert still out in front as he heads for the 6th mark. Threading his way through the debris, the Jester is starting to have the last laugh. Around the mark he goes, and with that southeaster beginning to freshen, Lockie is showing them a clean pair of clown's drawers. Slippery Doug McGain is second, Luke Hargraves is third. Pumping that sail with all the strength and skill that got him a place in our team for the last Olympics. Approaching the last mark before the run into the beach, and suddenly Lockie Gilbert has that Jester's grin wiped from his face. In he goes. But take a look at this guy and how brilliantly he retrieves the situation. Back on board, around the mark, and Lockie's still in front, heading for home. Jibing smoothly, Luke Hargraves has moved into second place. With Greg Hyde continuing to close and now lying third. But here he comes, Lockie Gilbert, rail riding his board into the beach, up on the edge to stop that fin from getting stuck in the sand. Lockie's toes dig into the beach. And off he sprints, 500 metres away from $1,000 in cash. just a laugh. It's been a tough afternoon, but $1,000 in cash makes it all worthwhile. Greg Hyde hits the beach second. Phew, it's not easy, those last 500 metres, and our Olympian says it's easy to see why he didn't take on Carl Lewis in Los Angeles in the sprint. Slippery Doug McGain is third to reach the shore, but for once he outsmarts himself. Luke Hargraves comes in closer to the finish and outsprints him in the dash up the beach to grab minor placing. The women's division, and remember the 15-year-old Jessica Crisp? At the end of it, Jessica is still crisp, and so is her first prize money, all $1,000 of it. The rest of the fleet scramble home, in all sorts of gear, in all shapes and sizes, and in all sorts of shape. They stumble on in. And hey, what's this? A sailboard without a jockey? He's got to be kidding. Daryl Eastlake was there to congratulate the winner.
All right, what was the toughest part of the race? I mean, the start, the finish, halfway through, what happened?
The whole race, I suppose, right from the start. Very tough at the first mark and trying to miss the helicopter and all the other people out there. It's very hard.
Well, the idea of the race was to have no rules, so the best cheat could win.
That's
I mean, how much cheating did you see?
Not much. People are pretty orderly. There's just so many people out there. It's great.
Okay, well, congratulations, $1,000. It's not a bad way to spend a Sunday afternoon.
Couldn't think of a better way. Thanks very much.
Then, leading lady on the day, young Jessica Crisp.
What was the toughest part for you?
Trying to miss the boats and the choppers and everything.
What about the cheating side? Was there much cheating going on?
Oh yeah, a friend, one of the girls who I'm competing against, her brother, jumped on my board trying to sink it, so I couldn't do too well, but I dropped my sail and he went off and I was all right after that. So.
Well, what's a 15-year-old do with $1,000 cash?
I don't know, save it till later on.
All right.
Buy something, do windsurfing probably.
Okay, how long have you been windsurfing?
About 2.5 years.
Not bad. All right, congratulations. That's a nice way to spend a Sunday.
Yep.
And the Fancy Dress Award, presented by Triple M's David White and State Housing and Youth Community Services Minister Frank Walker, and the human sailboard gets the money. So, there they are in the men's division. First home Lockie Gilbert, second Greg Hyde, and third Luke Hargraves. While in the girls it was Jessica Crisp taking it out from Melanie Braun with Sarah Kenny in third place. For those who watched from the beach, for those who made it such a fun day, and for those who showed us what championship sailboarding is all about, what a scramble it was. No rules, no restrictions, just a marvellous way to spend an afternoon hanging out on picturesque Pittwater.
But once up and moving, the boards were sore.